Hello, world. Today I got inspired by an influencer that was talking about how she decided to not go into motherhood. And I totally can understand women that make that decision. When I was a child, I grew up with a lot of siblings, and I love to take care of them. I am the oldest one, and back then I wanted to have a lot of children. But the older I grew and the more I saw what kind of effect the trauma that I experienced had on me, the less I wanted to be a mom. And so I decided I don't want to have kids to not to overwhelm them with my conditions or with my circumstance. So, but then at a point where probably most women wouldn't bring a child to the world. Like I was not doing well, and I became pregnant, even though I thought that I protected enough, and I was pretty sure that I wasn't pregnant. I figured it out because I had treatment, and I just wanted to make sure that if I would have been pregnant, that nothing happens. And yeah, then I saw that. Yeah, I saw it on the test, and unexpectedly, the first feeling that I had was this incredible joy. Like honestly, I still remember that feeling. And if I wouldn't have had that feeling, I probably would have decided to not become a mom. But that feeling that I had, yeah, made me then think if I could, like, if I'm ready to take on this responsibility to become a mom, because I knew that I would be a single mom at the very beginning. And yeah, so I made the decision without asking too many people to bring my child to this planet, like to become the mom of my child. And I'm truly grateful that I had an amazing pregnancy. Like most women somehow don't. I don't know, like if it is really most women or not, but I hear from my surrounding, I heard that they didn't have such a wonderful experience I had. But my child was so wonderful inside of my womb, honestly. Like that's something that I always will remember, like how gentle my child turned around, not kicking, sleeping when I needed sleep, and like such a wonderful little being. However, when my child came or when my child was born, I suddenly had to deal with a lot of flashbacks that I was not expecting. I knew already that I had experienced abuse when I was a kid, but I didn't know that I already experienced it when I was a baby. And suddenly all of those pictures plopped up and those body senses and stuff like that. And it overwhelmed me so badly that I sometimes didn't know where to put myself, that I remember. However, my child probably sensed it and started to smile at, like, I don't know, like probably after 3 weeks. It started to smile so wonderfully, so that whenever I was waking up in the morning and I was truly exhausted from that less sleep that I had and those flashbacks, I saw this little thing smiling at me like I was the most important person in the world. What I was. And yes, that was the beginning with me becoming a mom, or me being a mom. And to be honest, after 9 months, I was so exhausted. I didn't know where to put myself. I only slept 3 hours a night, was breastfeeding because that's something that I wanted to give my child, because, it's the most wonderful bonding that you can have with your kid. From my perspective, every woman can do it in their own way, but that I wished to have with my child, because I knew my mom had to was only able to do it for a few months, and then she had to stop. Her body was too traumatized to continue, and I wanted to keep going as long as possible. But after 9 months, I was so exhausted that I then, like, my child didn't want to drink eventually anymore. So, and that was then the perfect time to stop. So we had this teething and all of those things behind, so that we could then go and have normal food and stuff like that, Yeah, and it was, till now, it is still quite a journey to, to run around here, to look at the world, to see so many children. I once asked the universe to please show me predators so that I could protect my child as much as possible. And I was shocked what I actually figured out, and also how, like, I don't know, like how humans out of unknowingness handle this topic, especially when those things happen within the family, oftentimes. Well, in my case, I had to split it up first. And I remembered first when I was disconnecting from my surrounding where I grew up with 24, 25 around. And then suddenly I had memories, and it truly shaked up my whole world, scattered everything, and broke everything into pieces, because I realized, oh my gosh, I have been living in a lie. And yeah, so I will make more videos or more podcasts onto this topic, because I have researched deeply into why we have this on Earth, and also how to protect parents and children to step into this cycle of abuse. And yeah, but this was it for now. So I can understand women that say, like, hey, I don't want to have children. Like, for now, I also don't want to have children. My purpose is to spread awareness and to bring healing to this planet and to humanity in this topic, and also to show that it is possible to heal from such experience, but also to spread awareness that only because it is able to heal from something like that, it's still not okay to abuse children. Because I don't know, like, some predators have really a weird point of view on this kind of things. Like, I have met so many in my life. Yeah, but I also have met predators that were truly, I don't know, like, eating themselves up, because they have stepped into this, I don't want to say trap, but into this, yeah, experience. So, and that made me realize that there are also predators that actually take steps and even distance themselves from children so that the kids are safe. And that's something that I truly value. Yeah. And yeah, also that behind, from my perspective, every predator, there's also an abused child. And it's their way of coping, but it's a very unhealthy mechanism that needs to be transformed on this planet urgently. Because when I see what happens to children online and stuff like that, like, it's like almost as if it is everywhere, like this huge pink elephant, and only a few kind of like face this topic. Yeah, and I'm, like I said, I'm not here to fear and to encourage people to not get children. I'm here to spread awareness and to show how it is possible to be a good parent and choose a good surrounding for your children, and to protect it as much as possible, and to also, you know, yeah, to make it possible to be here right now and to make a change on a pattern that needs finally to be broken, so that we can honestly and truly thrive as humanity and go forward into a future that is so amazing if we are able to face things that have been hidden for a very long while. Thank you for listening.